Hi.
You ready? Yeah.
This is the story of how me and a fellow YouTuber got drunk, then found a crazy castle in the middle of Bulgaria. We said our final goodbyes to Turkey on the Bosphorus Strait. It was like the end of a love affair that seemed to last forever until it was over in just a moment.
We've been surrounded.
People on the shores of Europe to our left and Asia on the right watched longingly as the whole world passed them by. An easy way to lose track of a few hours, hypnotized by the cerulean waters that comforted us for weeks. I would miss it here. It being our last sail, though, I would miss our Rod and our captain even more. This wholly unexpected journey changed me more than I could have ever imagined. From meeting up with Captain Magaster in Athens to charting our course all the way to Bulgaria. This was an adventure I will never forget. Even now, saying these words, it all feels like a distant dream. I explored the ancient island states of Greece and regularly made toasts to our little band of brothers. I pushed my limits and discovered the tough work it takes to travel as a sailor.
Drop harder, you manky pig.
On some days, the sea would be slapping me in the face as my stomach retched in hours-long agony, and the next, I was exploring a peaceful village of less than a couple hundred people. There were sunset steaks at sea and a long-awaited ripening of the fig trees. Laughs, memories, life-changing books, and roiling sea shanties were had all along the Turkish coast. There were so many nights with beautiful new friends. These countless, untold adventures even brought me to take a tiny part in the most important story I've known thus far. Here, I discovered that it really is the small, everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keep the darkness at bay. Small acts of kindness and love. A wise wizard told me that once, and I think those words might just be enough to save the world. The Black Sea. Strong winds and towering waves shoved our vessel around like a toy. We would be sailing through the night, 20 hours, non-stop, to Bulgaria. On this sail, my only two options were to love the experience or fear it. When night fell, we took 2-hour shifts to sleep below deck. I was on first watch. Our heading, 330 degrees northwest. The full moon behind me cast long shadows onto the glowing deck, and I navigated by the stars, pointing the mast at Ursa Major. And in a green flash of light, we were in Bulgaria. Sozopol, to be exact. A charming ancient beach town once known as Apollonia. A vampire named Krivitsa is even buried at the local fortress, with an iron stake driven straight through his chest cavity. How fun! The traditional wooden architecture here provides little respite from the sweltering summer sun. But that's nothing a cold, frothy drink can't fix. Even though we arrived here at nearly 7 in the morning, that all-night sail made us real thirsty and ready to celebrate the conclusion of our journey together.
How do you say cheers in Bulgarian?
Nazdrave.
Nazdrave. I've got about 2 weeks here. Just gonna wander around, board some trains. Unbelievable, man. It's 9 Bulgarian lev, which is about $5, $4.50. Beers here are 2 lev, which is like $1. So most places that you can get a beer is like literally $1 beers everywhere. Dylan and I have decided that we're just gonna go out and get
A bit belligerent.
a bit properly pissed and just sing shanties in the middle of the street with a hat down and see if we can make some money for another bottle of rum.
Aye. You ready? Yeah.
We're not drunk at all.
Here we go! Stick him in the scrubber with a hose pipe on him. Stick him in the scrubber with a hose pipe on him. Early in the morning. Raises way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. Shave his belly with the rusty razor. Shave his belly with the rusty razor. Shave his belly with the rusty razor. Early in the morning. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises. Way, hey, up she rises early in the morning. And sweat!
Someone gave us food.
I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of the best privateers.
To Bulgaria!
To Bulgaria.
We paid by like 6 people, dog.
We made at least $10.
You bought another bottle of rum.
I bought another one. Add panhandling to the resume.
Whatever God thought of us on this night, I don't want to know. Especially after finishing that 3rd bottle of rum with some Bulgarian teens who were heckling us for a swig.
We're gonna finish the whole fucking bottle.
Yeah.
I'm already like 3/4 of the bottle. And for Troy.
The next morning, I woke up outside the boat in a puddle of the previous night's dinner, which was mussels, if you recall, as I did with utter horror. Despite prior sins, mine and Dylan's road somehow concluded here. A literal fairy tale ending that I could not have planned if I tried. Castle Radinovo, built by Georgi Tumpolov over 25 years in a fable of epic proportions with the help of a dozen gypsies. One of whom stole a camera of mine, but quickly gave it back after I told him I was here filming for the architect king himself. It is hard to believe this place actually exists. The wild peacocks that migrated here, nearly as incredible as the feast we ate from this sovereign kingdom's self-sustaining farms. Yeah, the king and his men are in the process of claiming independence from Bulgaria, creating their own currency, and even building embassies inside the castle for any nation that recognizes their rule. What is it about legends of knights, devils, and dragons that enrapture us so? Why do the tales of unlikely heroes traversing magical lands spin endlessly in my head and heart? Is it folly to believe that some great river of destiny is actually carrying me along to shores I can only dream of? Mythology built this world. Through stories where the fight between good and evil is a hard but simple one we can actively take part in. There is strength and wisdom in the archetypes, and I commune with them daily. I live the storybooks yet to be written. A sage once told me, fantasy is escapist, and that is its glory. If a soldier is imprisoned by the enemy, don't we consider it his duty to escape? It is not our part to master all the tides of the world, but to do what is in us for the good of the years where we are set. Uprooting the evil in the fields that we know, so that those who live after may have clean earth to till. What weather they shall have is not ours to rule. For still there are so many things that I have never seen. In every wood, in every spring, there is a different green. I sit beside the fire and think of people long ago, and people who will see a world that I shall never know. Rest assured, my dear reader, this tale has only just begun. Upon these pages, I promise to show you lands both blessed and cursed. Together, we shall continue to meet scoundrels and sorcerers alike. For the great tales never truly end. The people in them just come and go when their part is done.
Troy, I reckon that this is enough treasure for you. I think I can live with this.
Well, this concludes our voyage.
Thank you, Captain. It's been an honor.
That it has, Troy. That it has. Take care of yourself, don't get too drunk, and remember, take what you can get and give nothing back.